I'm the lead academic advisor for Challenge 2, 3, and 4, which means and then I'm also the academic advisor for Challenge 4. So I help, as a Challenge 4 academic advisor, I support directors and trainers across the nation, across the world, right? And then as a lead academic advisor, I help support the academic advisors who are for Challenge 2 and 3.
That's awesome.
Right.
How long, ma'am, have you been homeschooling, and how long have you been with Classical
Ooh,
Conversations?
I've been with Classical Conversations, let's see, since, gosh, I can't remember the date, but I think it's been almost 9 years
Wow.
with Classical Conversations. So I have graduated all of my children now. I had 5 children, and my youngest is 21 now. So we started CC in the when she was in Challenge A, and then I had another one in Challenge 1. So we unfortunately missed the foundations and the essentials years. So I'd love to go back in time and pick those up.
Yes, ma'am. Well, but it sounds like you got super duper well versed in challenge.
Yeah. Yes.
That's great, ma'am.
Yeah.
So can you share a little bit about, what is CC Connected? Let's start there. What is it?
Yeah. CC Connected is it's help for the parents for those other 4 days of the week. So, the directors, we as on the academic support team, support directors for that community day and tutors for that community day. But CC Connected is there for parents 24/7. So they have all these helps. Some of them are things that the parent team has created. Some of them are things that we've created, and then there's also file sharing and a discussion forum for parents.
Wow, that's great, ma'am.
Yeah.
And based on your experience, and I know you didn't have the foundations experience
Right.
necessarily, but what have you either personally or observed on what the biggest value is or benefit of CC Connected?
I think the value comes in some of the tutorials that are directed exactly at where these parents are. So, for example, I support Challenge 2, 3, and 4 programs. So we have homeschool counselor materials on there. So parents at this stage they're thinking about transcripts, and they're thinking about college, and they're thinking about scholarships, and there is just tons of recorded webinars to help them through there. And there's a series on just what is assessment. Before you think about grades, you need to think about what am I assessing and why am I assessing. So there's a series on that. And then there are helps for them just in leading those big conversations that we get to have with our upper high school students. And so there are webinars on what are the canons of rhetoric, what is a Socratic discussion, how can I lead a Socratic discussion, so those types of things.
Wow, that's awesome, ma'am. And
Yeah.
that's available to any CC parent or specifically challenged parents?
That would be challenge parents. So
Okay.
yeah, for
Sure.
challenge
No, and
parents, for the challenge tier.
sure, absolutely. No,
Yeah,
those are foundational questions for the challenge
exactly.
level,
Yeah.
which is awesome. Okay, super, ma'am. How would you recommend a parent maybe utilize CC Connected? Is this something where I should check out once a day, once a week, once a month?
Yeah, I think it really depends on what your needs are. Typically, a parent is going to go in and look for something specific. What I would suggest is to go ahead and join over the summer and start browsing some of these categories, because there are things like some of those tools I was mentioning before. Those are great categories to just browse and start viewing before the busyness of the school year begins. But then there are also some specific helps for just specific strands. For example, Challenge 3 has a series of chemistry tutorials. So that might be something that you would jump into in the middle of the school year and say, oh yeah, I need this specific thing, let me look it up. Or senior thesis for Challenge 4, there's a series on senior thesis. We have ancient literature for Challenge 4. We have a series of lectures from Roman Roads Media on the Iliad and the Odyssey and the Aeneid and the drama. So there's a lot of specific information and a lot of general information.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
awesome, ma'am. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much. I appreciate you
You're welcome.
taking the time to share with us a little bit about what CC Connected is and how parents can really get the most out of it.
Thank you, Noble.